Hello, my lovely friends. My name is Rue. How do you do? Welcome back to my channel. I thought today we could do a little hyperfixation chat because I know you guys have asked me in the past to do almost like an info dumping video, like where I talk about an interest or something, and I have been hesitant because I don't feel like I explained things well or whatever. But the past week I have been very into 3 different things, and I thought I would talk about those 3 different things with you and sort of show you. So number 1 is bread. I also got these reusable plastic bags, which I've wanted to get for so long because, you know, we're trying to be nice to the environment or whatever. But we were at Walmart and I saw them and I'm like, I'm getting them. So I made this bread last night, and it was the first actual yeasted bread I've ever made. But I really want to get good at making bread. And not just making bread. I want to mill my own flour. And the reason I started learning about this week is because my mom got into it and she was talking about it and all the benefits of milling your own flour. And I'd never even considered that you could just make your own flour. I don't know why. But yeah, it's a lot more nutritious than store-bought flour because obviously they have to put preservatives and stuff in it, and I think the way they process it just kind of takes out a lot of the vitamins and nutrients and stuff. So it can be shelf stable. So yeah, making your own flour from the wheat, they call them wheat berries. Wheat berries or kernels or whatever, is so much more nutritious than store-bought flour. So I really want to do that. But I was I should bake some bread first, just with regular flour, just to make sure. Because the grinders or whatever are really expensive. They're $300 or something. You can get the hand crank ones, which are cheaper. But I also read that they don't get it as fine, maybe. And obviously they're a lot of work. But yeah, so I made my first yeasted bread last night, and it's definitely not perfect. I think it's underproved, because I was very impatient and I just wanted to have bread. But I'm very proud of my little bread. It did rise. I was so excited because you mix it all together and put it in a little ball and leave it in a bowl to prove, which is the yeast making air bubbles or whatever. And it got bigger and I was like, oh my god, it worked, because I thought for sure I would screw it up. Anyways, I don't think I proved it for long enough. And also the recipe was you should let it sit for the best flavor or whatever, and I was like, no. We're gonna bake it. But it tastes pretty good still. It's just a very simple recipe, and I used the rapid rise yeast, which is, it just makes it faster, whatever. But this is my first bread, and I had a lot of bread last night with strawberry jam. But yeah, very excited. Maybe I'll try it again this week sometime and actually let it have the time it needs to be good bread. I thought I would also tap on the yeast packets, you know. So you have the rapid rise, which is what I used yesterday. It's just, it is what it says it is. It is faster. And then you have the active dry, which I'll just tap on this one. Takes longer to prove. I am not a bread expert at all, so just FYI, this is very new to me. I know I'm like behind at the times, like I know everyone was baking bread in 2020, but I'm doing it now, so. But yeah, I want to try more recipes and stuff, and I would love to like one day be able to just make loaves of bread for myself every week instead of buying store-bought bread. That would be so cool. And also I want to make my own flour. I think I'm going to try to use my little, I have like a little Ninja blender, so I think I might get the wheat berries and try to blend them that way and see if that's enough, because if it is, it'd be really nice, because those mills are very expensive. But yeah, like if you mill your own flour, it's like so much more nutritious for you, and also I guess the flavor is like also way better. So I want to try it. I would love to have a life where I could eat less processed foods, because I mean it has its pros and cons, you know? Like, I'm glad I have access to easy food, but I'd also like to, you know, not put that stuff in my body all the time. And so this is something I have been interested in this week. Bread bacon. And I would love to get good at it. We'll see how it goes. Like, I literally just want to learn how to make a wheat bread, like a loaf of bread, because I buy bread at the store like, I don't know, every 2 weeks or so. I keep it in the fridge so it lasts a while. Because I eat bread, I eat like peanut butter toast every morning. So it would be really cool if I could make my own loaf of bread every week and just eat that. That's the dream. I don't know, like bread takes a long time to make. I don't know. But to be fair, a lot of it is just waiting, so it's not like it's that bad. You just need to plan ahead, I guess. But that would be the dream. Like, make my own flour, make my own loaf of bread every week. It'd be so much more nutritious, and I'm sure it would taste amazing. So, that is my hyperfixation number 1 of the week. These are my little yeasties. Yeast are alive, you guys, so these are my little creatures that help me make bread. But that's why you don't want to get them too hot, because they will die, because they are living creatures. Because I think they, you know, eat the things in the dough and then they make bubbles, which is how you get that, like, rise, you know. Such nice little creatures making bread for us. So yeah, that's my first hyperfixation of the week. Let's move on to number 2. I'm learning to knit. These are not very good ASMR. I don't think. These are my knitting needles I bought. I don't know why. I just was like, I want to learn how to knit. And I knew I could learn it because I did it when I was a kid. Like, if I could do it as a kid, I can do it now. I'll just tap on the yarn. Anyways, so I've been trying, or I have tried to learn how to crochet in the last year or two, and I can just never get the hang of it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I was like, why not, instead of crochet, I could learn how to knit, because I knitted when I was a kid, so it can't be that hard. And it's not. So I have been knitting the past few days, and I had like a decent, like I'm want to try to make a scarf first, because that's like the easiest thing to make. And I had a decent, it was like this much that I had knitted, but I had messed up, like I had dropped a stitch early on, so it was just like messed up the whole way. So I was like, all right, gonna start over, because now I know what I'm doing a little more. Okay, crows, cool. So I'm gonna start over maybe today and try to not drop any stitches. It's very satisfying though. I've learned how to hold the needles, and I had to do it to learn, you know. And once I kind of got the hang of it, I was like, it was like muscle memory almost. I was like, oh wait, I remember this now. So I'm very excited. Hopefully I can make a scarf. If I ever finish it, I will show it to you guys. But I'm gonna make it with this yarn, because it's like thicker and I feel like it's easier to work with. It doesn't make much of a sound now. It's like a nice bluish color. But this is the one that I was working on this week. But I unraveled it, so we're going to try again and hopefully not mess it up this time, because I have more of an idea of what I'm doing now and what it should look like. So it's also like pretty soft, so I'm hoping I can make a nice soft scarf. If I can make a scarf, I'll be so proud. Like, wear it everywhere. So as you can tell, I'm kind of embracing my inner grandma and just doing all the old lady activities, baking bread, knitting, you know. They're good skills to have though. I would love to one day like be skilled enough to knit like a sweater. Like, wouldn't that be cool? Knit your own sweater. I could probably do socks. Socks probably aren't too hard. I also have this guy, but he's like, so this is the one I was trying to learn crochet off of. I feel like it's just very hard to work with. It's not very soft. Maybe one day I'll be able to master the crochet. Sorry about the crow. But for now we're gonna move on to knitting, and stay tuned for my possible scarf progress. I feel like I'm getting faster. I was very slow at first, but now I kind of have a rhythm. Yeah, it's very, very good, very satisfying. I feel like my hands are gonna get sore though. So yeah, these are my needles. They're very long, because you basically, like, I'm not an expert. Please don't come to me for expert advice. But like for the scarf, you just make a bunch of slip knots, and the like width of the scarf is going to be, you know, however many whatever knots you make, and then you just add rows, and eventually you will have a scarf. And then I have to learn how to, I think it's called casting off, like tuck in the ends or something, because otherwise it will fall apart. But yeah, I'm very excited about this hobby. I have so many hobbies, you guys. I have a hobby problem. I don't know, is that a good sound? Okay, moving on to hyperfixation number 3. And I don't have any actual items, so I'm just gonna show you on my phone, and we'll do some phone tapping. Okay, we have my phone, and just as a warning, if you're arachnophobic, this is gonna be about jumping spiders. So I would click away. But if you don't like spiders, I feel like jumping spiders are the what do you call it? It's like the spider that everyone starts to like. The spider that like makes people like spiders. Because they have these like forward facing huge puppy dog eyes. They're so cute. Like, okay, here you go. Is that not the cutest spider you've ever seen in your life? How can you hate this man? Look at, actually I think it's a girl. How can you hate this woman? Look at her. So I've been a little fixated on jumping spiders, and it all kind of, I mean, I've loved jumping spiders for quite a while, but it all kind of stemmed because we got a video suggestion on YouTube and then I just went down a rabbit hole of learning about jumping spiders and keeping them as pets and looking at their little enclosures, and they're so cute, you guys. But like so they like live pretty much almost everywhere, so you probably have some jumping spiders around. But like I was watching videos and apparently it's like okay, seen as okay to take a jumping spider out of the wild and put it in an enclosure. Like, you know, that wouldn't be really acceptable with a lot of other pets, but with spiders, I guess it's okay as long as they'll eat and, you know, you're providing a good home for them. I imagine it's a little easier to survive inside rather than outside as a spider. So but you can also buy them, like captive bred spiders as well, online, and get them like mailed to you. So I don't know if I'll ever actually have one. I've just been learning a lot about them, and they're just so cute, you guys. And the enclosures are so cute. Like the ones on Etsy, they have like people that make cute little accessories for them. Let me look. Jumping spider enclosure. Like, okay, this one is hilarious. I wouldn't do this because I feel like it's not very interesting for a spider, but it's very cute. Do you see this? Like, it's like a little Halloween room for your spider. And so spiders don't need, like, they're very small. If you've ever seen a jumping spider, they're very small. So they just need like a little sort of long, like a tall box with ventilation, because they do like to climb, and they build their little nests at the top. So you don't want to get an enclosure with like a lid at the top because you'll destroy their web every time. So yeah, you want to get like a tall container with a little side opening door so you're not destroying their little web. And they build like a little, I don't even know, it's like a little cave almost, where they go inside and live in it, and they just keep adding web to it. And they even like will just leave their molts in the web, and it just kind of becomes part of it. If you didn't know, spiders molt because basically they grow and they outgrow their outer layer, and then they have to shed it, and then whatever. So they molt to get bigger. So they'll be just like the outsides of a spider in their little web. But they're so freaking cute, you guys. So they eat, I want to say like, I think they said like every 4 to 6 days or something like that. And they'll eat anything. Like, I mean bugs. Even like things that are like bigger than them. Like, they're crazy. Like, they're very good at little hunters. And I think they also have like venom that it wouldn't really hurt us, but it, you know, paralyzes their prey. So yeah, you can just like put a little cricket in their enclosure and they'll hop on it and eat it. They're so cute. So yeah, they're like little hunters. They don't really use webs to catch insects like a lot of spiders do. They actually go out and hunt for insects. And I also learned that their little abdomens, when they're ready to be fed, they're like very small, And then when they have a meal, their abdomens get big. They are cannibalistic, so you can't have them together. And like, if you're mating them or breeding them, the female might eat the male. I think the females get larger. The males have, oh gosh, what are they have these little, oh my god, what are they called? Petty belts? No, is that right? Hold on, we're gonna get it. Spider petty palps, I was right. They're little like hands in front of their mouth. So the males apparently get like, they're like big beefy ones, and the females, I don't know, more fuzzy, like not big. I also feel like a lot of the females are kind of brownish, and the males can be more black and colorful and stuff. But I'm sure that's not the case for every spider. And they'll do like a little dance for their lady, you know? Look at me with my little hands. Yeah, so I've been reading a lot about like jumping spiders and watching people's videos and stuff, because they're also like just a really low maintenance, cheap pet to have. Because I mean, you just get like a little enclosure, and you feed them like a cricket or something every week, and like crickets cost like, I don't know, 13 cents maybe. So yeah. Plus it would just be fun to have like a little enclosure, and people would be like, what's in there? And I'd be like, it's a jumping spider. You want to see them? Because I will jump on your finger, and they're so cute. Like, I do this, there's this place that I walk at that has tons of jumping spiders on this fence, so I always walk through there and I find them, and I'll like put my finger in front of them, and they're all so different. Like, some of them will be scared, but some of them are like investigating with their little hands, legs, whatever. And then they'll like hop on you. Like, there's this one time that I was sitting at this bench, because I would like ride my bike down to this outdoor bench area and like journal or whatever, and there were jumping spiders that lived on this little picnic table thing, and I was sitting there, and there was 2 of them, and so I of course was like playing around with them, seeing if they jumped on my finger. And then I just put them down, and I was like writing my journal, and this one little spider kept jumping. I would like see her on my arm just like walking around. I'm like, what are you doing, little guy? Like, so I'd put him back on the table, and then a few minutes later she'd be like walking on my arm again. They're so funny, and they're so unique. Like, they have little personalities, and they're very like inquisitive. And this video you're watching said they actually like learn from their mistakes. Like, if they made a jump and it failed, they would learn from that and improve next time. So they're actually really smart, like, for spiders, you know? But like, those little eyes, like, I just can't, they look at you and they'll follow you. Like, they're so cute. So yeah, that has been my hyperfixations for this week, and I thought I would share with you guys, because I know some of you have said I should talk about like my special interests or something, but these are very fresh, so I thought I would talk about it while it's still going through my brain, because I do kind of struggle to talk about stuff even that I'm interested in. So I hope you enjoyed the little rambles. So we have bread baking, knitting, and jumping spiders, the 3 skills you need in life, right? Let me know what you guys think of these interests, if you know anything about them. Hopefully I will improve upon my bread baking and my knitting, and maybe one day I'll own a spider, but that's probably not anytime soon. But yeah, thanks for being here, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if I should do more hyperfixation chats. And yeah, I will see you in my next video, okay? Love you guys. Bye.